After the mysterious ending of Season 4, people have been wondering what on earth is going to happen next. With that closing shot of Will, it's pretty obvious that he's going to have a huge role in the next season. But this opens up a slew of other questions, and in this video we're going to answer all of them. Let's get into it. First up, Will Byers' story will come full circle in Season 5. Will is basically the main reason why Stranger Things even exists. In the first seasons, he was teleported to the Upside by the Demogorgon. After he completely disappeared without a trace, Joyce Byers did everything she could to find him. Even though Will didn't have that much screen time in the first season, everything was about him and getting him back. It wasn't until Season 2 that we actually got to see more of Noah Schnapp playing him rather than just finding him. In Season 2 of the show, Will's body is taken over by the Mind Flayer. Everyone else has to literally tie him down in a shed so they can get the real Will, not the Mind Flayer that's been spying on them the whole time. But in this season, he'll probably have a more important role to play, and there are a couple of theories as to how this could pan out. One is that Will's link to the Upside Down will force him to become a vessel of some sort of Vecna. It's similar to how the villain used Billy in Season 3. If this does actually happen, then the Hawkins group will need to fight Will before they can beat Vecna. Their other option is to bring Will back as they did in Season 2, but it seems unlikely that they'll be successful twice. The second theory is that Will might be used as a weapon to track Vecna down and kill him. Since he always seems to be aware of Vecna's presence, it probably wouldn't be that hard for Will to find him. People believe Will's link to the Upside Down will help him get some kind of powers, which could mean he'll fight with Eleven, making for an epic ending. There is an obvious connection between Will's actual life and the game of D&D, so most fans think he'll dominate Season 5 because he has been unconsciously molding and manipulating things the entire time. Up next, Will has been taking the backseat these past few seasons. To say Will's been taking the backseat for these past couple of seasons would be an understatement. He's literally the third wheel, and the only development we really see from him is the show hinting at him being gay and having feelings for Mike. But Will faded into the background, aside from the fight scene between him and Mike, which marked the beginning of their problematic relationship for the rest of the series. The same happens in Season 4, however. Will and Mike's friendship gets even worse throughout. The best scene in this season, at least for the viewers, is Will expressing his feelings towards Mike, even though Mike clearly didn't get the message. At least we did. Fortunately, with the way Season 4 ended, it seems like we'll finally be getting more Will content. Here's why you should expect to see more of Hawkins. Despite going to several dramatically different locations in Season 4, the Netflix drama's next part will finally come home. Stranger Things executive producer Sean Levy confirmed the news that the fifth and final season of Stranger Things will definitely be more Hawkins-centric. It would make a lot of sense that they finally get rid of the whole California thing now that they're going into the last season. There's no time for any other place now. This is great news, especially since the Season 4 ending had Eleven, Mike, Will, Hopper, and Joyce reconnected with their Hawkins-based loved ones just before the town was physically torn into bits. So what questions will Season 5 answer? Stranger Things Season 5 will be the finale, so every question you've ever had will be answered in this very season. And boy, there are a lot of questions and mysteries fans have, and here are just a few. Firstly, the situation with Max will be revealed. In Season 3, the Mind Flayer took over Billy's body and was used to fight against his own family and friends. A lot of people actually think that's actually what will happen to his younger sister Max, but others also think she'll wake up in Season 5 and be mostly fine, but will probably be blind. And if she does go blind, then she'll have visions of the future or of what's going on in the Upside Down. This could mean Max could help track Vecna down and kill him. Another theory is that Max will probably survive this, but might still be connected to Vecna. If that's the case, then she might sacrifice herself to save everyone else. And Vecna's victims will come back to Hawkins. A lot of fans think that Henry Creel, or Vecna, is in fact alive, even though the group killed him with a Molotov and threw him the Upside Down. But at the end of the season, Will said he was certain Vecna was still alive. Because of this, a lot of fans actually think Vecna's victims might also be alive and he could just be keeping them hostage. so whenever he needs, he can use them as vessels to fight against the living whenever he needs. Season 5 could turn into a zombie apocalypse type of situation. Some viewers believe the Duffers foreshadowed this by portraying Barb as a zombie-like rotting monster when Nancy was being tortured by Vecna. This might indicate that Vecna's army in Season 5 will include a zombie Barb. Coming up, Dustin will be dealing with grief. In Season 4 of Stranger Things, Dustin really bonded with Eddie even though they didn't really know each other for that long. Dustin was also the only one who believed he wasn't a cold-blooded killer. Unfortunately, Eddie dies after sacrificing his own life for Dustin in the Upside Down. Dustin was visibly heartbroken, but had to keep going for everyone else. While the rest of Hawkins will be happy that Eddie is gone, his D&D buddy will be pretty upset. It'll be pretty weird to see Dustin sad, since he's always so happy and cracking jokes even in terrifying situations. And the mystery behind the clocks. The Duffer Brothers revealed that fans' assumptions concerning the timeline in the Upside Down are correct. They confirm that there is a reason why the Upside Down remains frozen in time since Will was abducted, and that will be explained in the following season. They mentioned Season 5 would help us figure out how the Upside Down really works. There will also be more information about what the Upside Down is and where it came from. A lot of shows don't really explain where their mysterious world or dimensions even come from, so it's nice that we'll actually be getting some clarity for once. Next, Vecna's backstory will finally be revealed. The Duffer Brothers appear to have a lot to say about Vecna. They've implied that there's still a lot we don't actually know about the series' ultimate enemy and are eager to share this knowledge in the final season. In the last season, it was revealed that Vecna was Henry Creel, who was actually number 1. It sounds pretty confusing and was a lot to take in at the time, but there's still a lot of information we don't actually know about him yet. Like, what happened to him that really made him this way? Or how did he even end up at the laboratory in the first place? Looks like we'll have to wait to find out in the next season. The creators hinted that a conflict between good and evil might exist with Vecna himself. This could indicate that he has a feeling of humanity. Many Stranger Things Season 5 fan theories are being circulated, one of which is that Vecna is Eleven's father. In any case, we'll see another side of Vecna, whether it's his nice side or just a better understanding of his character, like where he's been all these years and how he became this monster. And finally, Hawkins will be destroyed. The majority of the townspeople leave the city borders in the Season 4 finale. After all that has happened, a devastating earthquake awakens everyone to the reality that it is no longer safe to remain. In the last scene of Season 4, the characters are faced with an apocalyptic vision. Swirling crimson clouds hover over the town, and an army helicopter can be seen flying in the distance. Not only that, but it was literally snowing even though it was early spring. All the flowers had withered away, and it was obvious that Vecna was not done just yet. While the vision showed Hawkins being completely destroyed by the evil force, a lot of people think Eleven and the crew might be able to stop that from happening, especially since they'll be more prepared this time around. Well, that's a wrap for today's video. Do you think Will Byers will be put in the backseat again this season? Make sure to let us know in the comments down below. As always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and click the subscribe button for more videos like this one. We'll see you next time.